What's up, everybody? Here I am coming to you today with a little bit of this dun 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 Batman NFL news today. I was like, see, I could do these whole voiceover things. But anyway, finally, we ain't got to deal with all this hoopla and all this back and forth and having to hear about the same topic every single day. I mean, well, now I guess it's going to be a new topic. Aaron Rodgers got traded to the Jets, and it's something that I was like, pretty much it was dragging out so long that people started being like, hey, could the Jets get another quarterback or what? And it's like, okay, cool. Can we? I was like, I don't. Can we hear about something else today? Can we not talk about this? And I'm totally glad about this being done. Now, don't get me wrong. We'll find a new way to talk about how he'll look with his teammates and all these wide receivers and blah 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 or whatnot. And cool. At least that one would be good to hear from Nexus type of thing and strategy and whatnot, and it'll give a new flavor to the whole thing because I was like, they do have a talented group. But going into more of what was being traded, because that was sort of the thing that everybody was talking about. People just like, he ain't worth no first. I'm gonna just throw out a second. What about next year's first, not this year's first? And to be honest, it's one of it work. I feel like it works out for everybody. This isn't one of those like, oh, they got fleeced or no, that's not. I really don't feel that with this one. Um, I thought that this seemed more even than anything. Just the fact that it's like the Jets gave up their 13th pick, but the Packers just get the 15th pick. So you're not. So it really just looks good to, I guess, us, the cameras, and whoever, more so than actually being like, oh my god. Like if they wouldn't have got the 15 pick, I mean, they wouldn't basically swap picks. Then maybe you could have said that because they also got second round this year and a second that turns into a first if Aaron Rodgers don't get hurt. He got to play for more than 65% of snap, but basically if he just don't get hurt. Which has sort of been a thing with him for a minute where he'll probably like not play in about 4 games, but that's still pretty much where it's like they're gonna get a first round pick if that happens. But no, there wasn't really anything crushing. This was really just I was like it. It's really funny because I was like, I only heard a couple people and they talked about like it sounds like, oh, they want to get enough picks to surround Love and they wanted to do enough of it, and I'm like, you really just you didn't really do that. You really just got an extra second round pick, a 6th round pick, and another pick next year. You really didn't do anything really crazy. Like, and I get that you really didn't have it. I didn't think that the Packers really had any leverage. Uh, because like you want to go to the Jets. That's the only place you're gonna trade. We'll see what you get. But yeah, you just moved to. I was like, you really just moved 2 spots up in the draft. So cool. You might get the same person you would have got it probably at 15. Um, like unless they package up some of these picks to move somewhere. And I was like, you're not really getting anything of like some that substantial. Like now, if you would have did like it would have been like the first, like it would have been no pick swaps, and you would got the first, you would got the second, and then you got a sixth, and the second next year, that turns into a first. I'd be like, oh okay, that's worth something. A little bit more, but this, nah, it was really just. I mean, to be honest, I really feel. I was like I said earlier when I was like, oh, they sort of got even on this, but now I'm starting to be like, the Jets didn't necessarily win it, but I was like, if there was like a meter, it'd just be like Jets Packers. It'd just be like a little, just a little bit that way, just because I'm like, y'all got the quarterback that you've been wanting and needed, and you still got your first round pick, and you can still get the person you were pretty much probably going to target anyway. You don't really need that second round pick anymore because you've had so many picks lately that you don't really, like you're not clamoring for talent, and you done signed a whole bunch of people, and you're probably gonna sign even more people now that you got Rodgers. And if people get cut, released, they're going to go play for the Jets more so than any other team that's out there. So I was like, but at least this is finally done with as far as this specific topic. Um, as far as everything else goes, I don't necessarily know who the Packers would necessarily take. I guess I was like me. I was like I from a team perspective, I was like I don't know who'd be there necessarily at that spot. But I would think that they should probably pick some. I would pick another lineman just because their linemen are always normally hurt. I was like, there's a lot of good tight ends out this year, and they need a tight end because they don't even have that at all. You got your receivers, so you're good there. You don't need a running back. You got two of them there. Defense, I was like, you got your star corner. You got a top-notch defensive tackle. You got a good defensive end. You got some decent linebackers. They're still a team that can do the playoffs. So that I was like, line is the only thing I think of because I know like Bartari always like hurt and whatnot, and that's where I would go with them. Jets on the other hand, they're pretty much at the point where they could just take the best player available. That's all they got to do. The crazy thing is, I don't even know who they could take. I was like, probably no defensive lineman. To be honest, that's probably the best thing they could probably do. As far as Aaron Rodgers over there, uh, we're gonna see because I watching some of the Packer game last year, and I know that people always want to throw it on the receivers and stuff like that. But there was a couple times where I was watching, and it was like that you should have made that throw, Rodgers. I don't understand why you missed that one. Like this, and I was like, this was sort of it was more before the injury. Like after the injury, I guess it's a little bit more leeway. Um, but there was times where I'm like that was a pretty good throw, and it didn't look like the receiver fault. Like I know they had the two obviously they had two rookies. Watkins got cut, and the other Rogers got cut, but no, there was times where I was like, there was a lot of times last year that I'm like, you've seen Rodgers miss things that I want to chalk that up to being like, oh, you're just losing a bit, not done, not washed, but it's just like you like that like Rodgers a couple of years ago could have done that, and I know only a year removed from the MVP, but when it's with an older quarterback. Even though Brady was still playing good, you still seen things where it's like, Brady 4 years ago, that'd have been hit. That would have, there's still things like that or whatever. But the Jets are going to be so good with their defense keeping the game low and their offense of having so many playmakers that it won't even matter. It won't even matter, especially if the Brees Hall come back and able to tote the rock like how he was. It won't matter regardless, and hopefully Becton is able to play a full year, so that way they can solidify their line even better for the Aiden quarterback, and also Rodgers can move, so it's not all like how Tom Brady was either. But anyway, so that's done. This is good. This is over with. New stuff to talk about, and we'll see. It's going to be a long while until football, or at least that's how it always seems when waiting for football. Whew. Sad day, sad day. What to wait? Not today. Yeah, I mean, I guess depending on who you are, but I guess Packers and Jets should both be happy. Yeah, move on. Y'all both got different life. You get to see how love is. You get the chance for the playoffs. Everybody should be happy. No, you know what? Good day. How about that? Good day. Anyway, if you enjoyed any of this, a lot of hands and singles in here today. Then I appreciate it. Thanks. If not, maybe next time. Anyway, this is just a little me, throwing out a little information, giving little thoughts, penny, my little 2 cents, Yeah, you do with that as you may. Anyway, that's it. Appreciate it. Peace out. Talk to you later.